Good morning to all participants. And today our resource person is from Mano Rachna Innovation and Incubation Foundation, Faridabad, Dr. Umesh Datta and Mr. Naveed Kadir. So he will be delivering lectures on emerging technologies as growth engines for startups and small scale enterprises in agri-food systems. You will be greatly benefited from him. From this lecture, number of things he will be telling, and this will be very fruitful for this particular smart packaging and supply chain of horticultural produce of Kashmir Valley, this MSME title. So I hand over to Dr. Datta for the further continuation.
I'm Dr. Umesh Datta. I'm Chief Executive Officer of Mano Rachna's Innovation and Incubation Foundation. We are based in Faridabad, Haryana, and this is a university-driven innovation and incubation ecosystem. And we are into the education sector for almost last 28 years, and close to 10,000 plus students are currently undergoing their UG and PG studies in our campus in Faridabad region. So today I am here to discuss with you about the latest technologies and how you can leverage AI, IoT, blockchain, and other disruptive technologies to increase the yield, to effectively optimize the utilization of resources for farming, for agriculture sector, and for the food sector. Okay? So we'll make it interactive. You have to, understand each and every slide that I will be going through. We have enough time. We have a couple of us doing hands-on. So I don't want to, poise it around theory. There will be a lot of hands-on activities that we'll be doing together. And the idea is that by the end of the session, you should be walking out of the room saying confidently that we are now better aware about the technology landscape, what we can use, how we can use, which technology can prove to be beneficial in what kind of use case. You should feel confident about it, okay? So it's not going to be just one-way traffic where I'm just delivering the content. You have to respond back equally. In case you find that there is some doubt on some slide, you want more clarification, you want more inputs from me, just stop me over there. I'll be more than happy to contribute as much as I can. Okay? Perfectly fine. So before I begin my talk and introduce you to the technologies, I would like to ask you certain questions. And the first one in the sequence is, how are you leveraging AI today in your use cases for agriculture and food sector? I'm sure that all of you are coming from this particular background, and it is good to first hear from you how you are leveraging AI, which is currently in the modern day era regarded as one of the most disruptive technologies out of all that is available today. So my question to you, the first one in the sequence is, how are you leveraging AI today for the growth in your sector, for optimizing your workflows, what you do? If you're doing certain experiments, are you using AI in that? If you're doing some research around a particular area, are you using AI in that? So my first question is straightforward. How are you leveraging? I want few answers so that I can just make up my mind, how do I navigate from here?
Just tell some.
And I want an answer beyond ChatGPT or Gemini. So that is something which I'm quite sure that all of you will be using at the moment. Okay? Yes, sir. You will be doing prompt engineering pretty well, asking questions to the GPT, getting the responses. But AI is not just ChatGPT or Gemini. AI is much more beyond that. So my question to you is, beyond ChatGPT and Gemini, how you are leveraging AI? Are you doing anything meaningful at the moment using AI?
सर इसलिए कि हमारे जो इनपुट्स है जो प्रिसीजन फॉर्म में हो, मतलब वेस्ट ना हो, लेबर्स जो है सर यहाँ पे वो प्रॉपर फॉर्म में हो, मतलब वेस्ट ना हो, क्योंकि हमारा
Okay, so I think let's do it this way. You all have pads with you right now, yeah? You have pens with you right now?
Yes.
And this gentleman is speaking some serious things at the moment. I want all of you to make quick notes about it because this is going to be important for us. So he just mentioned about precision. The second thing that he mentioned about reducing wastage. If I'm not wrong, optimal
हमारे जो
utilization.
proper resources है वो
Yeah.
proper तरीके से use हो.
Optimal
और हमारे
utilization of the
yes,
resources
yeah.
is what we can say. So you can write a couple of things. Let's see how close you can get. These slides, they're not important. What is important is what we do right now. Okay? So I really like the way he said optimal utilization of resources. He said the other thing which is quite relevant, and that is precision, not intuition. Okay? Any other thing from anyone? Any other pointer from the backside? Anything from you?
Yes. Tell anything.
Currently in the university we are using a harvesting robot for apples. It is using AI for detection of the...
So I really like this one. He said harvesting robots. So robotic applications is what he is mentioning that he is using already in the university. Are you using it?
No, I'm not using it, but we have that.
You have. Okay. So robotics is what he brought onto the table right now. A very disruptive technology in agri tech sector. Robotics. Okay. Thank you very much. One more. Now from this side. The last one. Last two.
एग्रीकल्चर में सर इस पे हम ड्रोन का यूरा स्प्रे
Note it down, what he just said. Use of drones. Oh, let's not focus on the slides. I have close to 60, 70. But I'm sure that the brains over here, all of you have all these slides in your mind. I just want to reproduce. And I'm sure that I will be able to. So I really like this one also. Drones used in agriculture. What's next? Anything else? We got robotics, we got drones.
Tell some other.
Anything in logistics?
Sir, biosensor.
Biosensors. So he said biosensors. I would say use of sensor technology.
In AI, through the AI.
Use of sensor technology for data acquisition,
Yeah.
and then further using it on AI.
Yeah.
Okay? Fine. What else? One from Shukla sir.
All this, like in the food processing areas, the different for the automation part of the different units.
Yes.
Unit
Automation of the workflows.
workflows, yes.
Which are in
And
the food safety sector.
yes, and in the supply chain,
In supply chain.
in the traceability of
Traceability.
Yeah.
So he said automation is going to play a major role, or is it already playing a major role? I loved all the pointers that you have given. So you are already there. Okay?
Yes.
So just a quick recap. We talked about drones, we talked about robotics, we talked about automation, we talked about sensors, we talked about supply chain and whatnot. Here we go. What were you talking about? Why do we need technology? You can see what the stat says. The stat clearly reveals that you will have improved yield, which can go from 10 to 60% in terms of improvement that you can obtain once you make use of technology in agri-tech sector. In the food industry, in the agriculture industry, if you make use of technology, you can definitely increase the yield. You know what is yield? What is yield? Production, capability. Okay, so yields can be improved. Water saving, it's a scarce resource, you know that very well. We don't have water in abundance. We want to use it in an optimal way.
Yes, sir.
So if using technology, you can reduce the water consumption, ultimately you are benefiting the entire ecosystem.
Yes.
A small contribution by one farmer with the help of technology is going to play a crucial role in terms of improving the overall ecosystem. So reduction in the water usage for agriculture purpose is another driver of using technology in agriculture sector. Moving beyond that, we say input efficiency. We say 25% reduction in pesticides and fertilizer usage. We want to use fertilizers, we want to use pesticides. You know it well. Why do we want to use these pesticides and fertilizers? Why do we use it?
Production को increase.
To increase the production,
Yes.
to safeguard your crop against diseases.
Yes.
But beyond the line, if you use the chemicals, is it safe for the consumer? No. So you have to use technology to give a number to it. How much we should use? What should be the optimal usage number? Or is it just a manual spraying that you need to do?
Yes, sir.
We need to understand this. Can we quantify? Can this be quantified? Can we reduce the usage of fertilizers? Can we reduce the usage of pesticides? And we get the same crop yield or even beyond that? Can we improve the crop yield by using optimal fertilizers and optimal pesticides? And the last one is risk mitigation, my friends. Which means using AI to do forecasting. And weather is something which is not in your hands, right?
Yes, sir.
You cannot control it beyond the lines.
Yes, sir.
So, what you can do forecasting. If you do forecasting well, you will be able to take the interventions which are required to be taken to make sure that you safeguard your crop against the weather extremes. So if your forecasting engine is going right, it's giving you the data-driven decisions and giving you the precise forecast, it's going to really help you out in terms of improving the yield. So these are the key drivers why we need to go from intuition to precision. What he said right at the start. It is not something which I said. I asked you a question. You said precision. So you want to move from intuition to precision, and these are the key drivers why do you want to move.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Now, what are the different technologies? So, I just present to you the technology matrix. Now, my friends, if you look at this technology matrix, is it different? No. Is it different? No. It is same what you just told me. You are aware about it. You told
All
me
are
about
covered.
sensors.
All are covered.
You told me about sensors,
Yes, sir.
but you haven't talked about IoT. Okay? So it's not just about gathering the data from the sensors, it is about connecting the fields with cloud. And then you should be able to derive meaningful output from the data that you have captured on the cloud side. Okay? So once you receive the data from any sensor, you process it using a controller unit. Then using the Wi-Fi technology, you push the data to the server. You maintain the data in a particular database. But then, that's it. Nothing else. You have to derive the information from the data that you're gathering. Let's say I'm capturing soil moisture.
Yes.
So if I'm capturing continuously the soil moisture level, what does it signify? What information can I derive from it? So it is not just a raw data, that is important. You need to apply intelligence on that and derive some meaningful information. That is what matters. Okay? So sensors, IoT, automation, which Sir has mentioned, end-to-end automation is something which is going to really improve the ecosystem. And this is something which is already there and it is continuously improving. So automation is again a key driver in this particular use case. Artificial intelligence, you talked about drones, my friend, just now. So you see aerial intelligence,
Yes, sir.
right? Spraying, precision spraying, health monitoring, using imaging. Again, a very popular technology, using computer vision for analyzing the videos, for analyzing the images, and deriving some meaningful information from that is again a crazy field. Okay?
Yes, sir.
AI and analytics. Again, we need to derive the information from the data that we are gathering. How we can do that? How precise we can be? How our machine learning models can improve the accuracy beyond what they are able to achieve right now? How the algorithms can be optimized further? So this is the technology matrix which gives you a clear information about what all technologies matter at the moment for this particular sector of agriculture and food. Okay? Now, let's do some case studies. I don't want to just give you that these are the technologies which are important. Okay? where are we at the moment? How is India performing on the world landscape? Which are technologies we are using? How is Netherlands using Industry 4.0? How is USA using Industry 4.0? We should have an awareness about it. Where are we? What are the use cases? So in the next few slides, I am going to just quickly present you the landscape of the usage of these technologies by different countries, which includes India, which includes US, which includes Netherlands, and whatnot. So are you with me? Can we just do a quick recap of this?
Yes.
Let's do it. On your screen, you can see what Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra did. With the help of the soil moisture sensors and satellite data, they were able to increase the productivity by almost 30% in Maharashtra, and input costs were reduced by approximately 20%. UP saw approximately 15 to 20% improvement over traditional irrigation when you talk about the yield, okay? And similarly, Karnataka, China, they use aerial efficiency, which my friend talked about, using drones effectively for spraying. So they were very much vocal about it, and they were immensely benefited by using aerial efficiency methodologies, okay? When you talk about the landscape of USA, India and Australia, wheat production is tremendously improved with the help of autonomous farming, real-time decisions, and climate resilience. When you see this, technology landscape, there is a difference. So now let's see the technology difference. When you talk about USA, you talk about, technology-driven country where it's already matured, they have good connectivity, they have access to technology, Silicon Valley and whatnot. And on the other side, you have, countries where it's on the emerging side. It's growing. Okay? It's growing. So the stakeholders are different. In the countries where the tech is heavily dominant, you will see large farms using technology heavily in their workflow. They will use robotics, they will use drones, they will use precision agriculture, they will use robotics for weeding and whatnot. However, when you talk about the emerging countries, emerging regions, they will be the ones who will be utilizing it in a way that makes the small farms effective and optimizing their workflows through small interventions, maybe in the form of a small mobile app, okay? And then proceeding ahead from there. Because they are the ones where the technology landscape has not evolved as much as it is in the developed countries, and they are the ones who are using it as per their own use case for the growth and betterment of their sectors. But the best part is, all of them are using it, whether it is a developed country or it's a country which is under the process of development, okay? Or where the technology is getting heavily absorbed in the agri and the food sector, okay? Now, I saw this outside when I was entering the gate, and I can correlate this image with what I saw when I was entering into your university. Quite close.
Quite close, yes. Already we are also in the greenhouse.
Quite close?
Yes.
But there's a difference. And I got 30 minutes before I came for this lecture, and I was talking to my colleague and I said, there is one difference. He said, it looks quite similar. And I said, yes, it looks quite similar, but there is one difference. What is the difference? Are you maintaining the humidity and the temperature of that region? Yes or no?
Yes.
How? Do you have the temperature monitoring systems over there? Do you have the blowers over there to maintain the right temperature and humidity for those regions where you are deployed it? Yes or no?
Yes.
How?
Temperature monitoring.
In summer they maintain, but in winter we are not unable. We are unable to maintain. But in summer we maintain.
You maintain it?
We are providing supplemental heating and this layering of the polythenes for the energy efficient polyhouses.
So which means that we are there. Which means that
Yes.
we are there. Are you getting the data on the cloud?
Yes, we have installed some sensors and through the IoT based we are getting.
Do you have?
Yes, some points are there where it has been installed.
Okay. Can we see it live right now? Is it possible to get the data?
That is in Shaukat
कुछ
lab.
चल रहे
It is
थे, पर इस टाइम
coming.
शायद अभी बंद है.
Okay. I hear you on this, but just keep a asterisk on this pointer. I'll get back to this, why I am emphasizing on this point a lot. I'll get back on this. Just remind me before I end my presentation that I have to speak again on this pointer. Okay, but this is pretty similar to what you have done. You maintain the temperature, you maintain the humidity, and you ultimately allow your crops to grow in an optimal environment. Okay? Controlled environment. Now, when you see different countries, they have mastered and championed different sectors. Netherlands for dairy. Okay? Indo-Israel hubs for orchids. And when you see this, they have focused on optimizing that particular sector with the help of technology in a big way. Okay? So, you talk about automated milking. Netherlands, they are solid in that. Okay? Or when you talk about, Indo-Israel hubs, they have a lot of COEs, Center of Excellence, where they are using, citrus fruits and dragon fruits. And
They are leaders.
They are the leaders, obviously. There's no doubt about that. Okay? And they use technology heavily on that particular landscape. Okay? So the point is, this is a tabular data which gives you a snapshot of which technology has to be used and deployed. So when you talk about rice crop type, drones, satellite imaging, soil sensors play a crucial role. When you talk about wheat, it's IoT automation and precision sprayers which play an important role. For maize, it's IoT irrigation, weather analytics. For vegetables, it's greenhouse IoT. You have drones, you have use of AI. And for high value system, it is controlled environment, is what we focus on. Okay? So this is a global tech to crop mapping matrix, is what I have presented on this particular slide, just to give you an overview, which technology is important. Okay? Now, 4 pillars of impact. I was talking about it earlier also. Yield, resource conservation, input impact, or 4 pillars of impact when it comes to utilization of technology. Convergence, where they overlap, is where the magic happens. So if you see this, on one side you will have data, which is regarded as the fertilizer, or you can say the modern day fertilizer. Can we say this? People say data is gold, modern day gold. But for agri, I would not say gold. I would say it is a modern day fertilizer. Let's not call it as gold. Let's call it as a modern day fertilizer. So for agriculture, data is nothing but it is a modern day fertilizer. Your efficiency of using that data is going to define your yield and efficiency. So it is the intersection of these three where you will expect the maximum impact and yield, where you will be taking the data-driven decisions rather than the decisions which are based on pure intuition. Whether it is about data analytics, automation, or using IoT and the sensors, the intersection is where the magic is going to happen, where you will obtain the maximum yield, where you are utilizing all the technologies in the best possible way. Okay? The era of autonomous business. Okay? Have you heard of this thing called Gartner Hype Cycle? Any idea about it? Gartner's report, Gartner Hype Cycle? No? No? Okay. So I present to you something very different. There is something called as Gartner's Hype Cycle. What do we call it as? Gartner Hype Cycle. So I'll present to you a couple of slides. And why this is important is again a question. Why we are talking about Gartner? You know, there are so many technologies today that exist. It's actually impossible to master all of them. There are a few of them which we call them as disruptors, which are very important. Which one of them is a key question. So Gartner presents reports regarding the technologies and they funnel it down to the ones which are really important. And if you see this, executive summary, you will have machine customers, you will have AI agents, you will have decision intelligence, you will have programmable money, cryptocurrencies, if you have heard of. So beyond digital transformation, you see there is process automation, okay, optimization, there is automated AI integration, there is autonomous self-governance value, and after years of digital transformation, organizations, they now face disruption as AI and automation reshape the competition, customers, products, operation, and leadership is what Gartner says at the moment. And when you see this funnel, this is what I'm talking about, my friends. So you have 2,000 plus technologies at the moment on the top side, which comes as an input. There is a filtration which happens in between, basis the business relevance of those technologies, basis the transformational benefits, and finally through the funnel, you will have an output, which all technologies are really crucial and important, which you need to focus on. Okay? You can't focus on 2,000 technologies, but you will focus on certain ones which have business relevance, which have transformational benefits, and so on. So when you see this hype cycle, guys, this is what is important for you to understand. This is what defines where we are heading towards. On this graph, my friends, if you see this looks always very small even on the biggest screens, and I can't help it, but this gives you a lot of value. What is the value that we can derive from this graph is again important. Here you will see all the technologies mapped on the graph. So wherever you see a dot, there is a technology. Whether it is about white coding, whether it is about meta computing, whether it is about AI agents, whether it is about cryptos, intelligent simulation, and so on. And it tells you by what time frame this technology will be at its peak. Okay? For example, on the screen you can see something called as AGI. Can you figure it out? It's right here. I will just scroll. And it says it will take greater than 10 years for AGI to actually reach the peak. AGI is going to be a big disruptor. We are in the AI era at the moment. Okay? We just entered. Things are improving. Okay? We will enter into an era of AGI, Artificial General Intelligence. And the time AGI is going to overtake, things are going to be completely different. By what time AGI will dominate? Gartner says it will take 10 years. So we are right now in 2026. According to Gartner, 2036. What do you think? Do we need to wait for 2036 for AGI? Gartner says we need to wait. But I believe it's going to come a little early. We need not to wait for 10 years for AGI to dominate. AGI is going to strike us maybe by 2031, max, or even before that. The way it is growing at the moment. So every technology has a period by which it gets matured. Okay, it reaches at its peak. So Gartner predicts, it tells you, it gives you directions around those technologies. And this is the hype cycle for technologies. Okay? Is it clear now? What is Gartner's hype cycle? So now you have to see why it is important for you, because now you know that for agriculture and food sector, which all technologies are currently on the rising side, how much time they will take to actually reach its plateau, and how you can leverage those technologies for optimization of your workflows. Okay? Now, a non-human factor. It's improving, guys. We talked about IoT. I just asked you one question where I said just mark an asterisk. I want to see. Number of connected devices, they are on the increasing side. So you can say it's a non-human actor. So in this film, in this picture, human is not an actor. Who is an actor? It's a non-human actor. Some electronics device is there, which is there on the field, capturing and doing the job for you. So it's an actor on the field, which we say it's a non-human actor doing the job for you. So non-human actors, approximately 3 billion at the moment. By 2030, the forecast is it's gonna go beyond 8 billions. Are we ready for that? Are we having the adequate infrastructure for that? These are the key questions that we need to ask. Okay? We can't afford to lose even the single data byte. Forget about it. If we are designing it with that philosophy in mind, yes, we can obtain what we want. If we say that, okay, it is there, it is not there, no. We can't afford. Each and every data byte is important. Okay? For you to capture. Now, AI agents, you know it's on the rising side. Can you give me one use case of using AI agents in agriculture which can help farmers?
Plantings.
Okay, just give me a use case, explain. how agentic AI can change the way farmers.
एक तरह का ऐप है सर जिसमें अपन डिजीज को वो फोटो खींच के देख सकते हैं किसमें कौन सी डिजीज लगी होती है प्लांट
Okay. Okay. So what he said is quite relevant. What he said is quite relevant. He says prediction of the diseases. That give me an AI agent which I can give to my farmer, and farmer just need to click the image of the crop, feed it to my AI agent, and AI agent is going to tell the farmer what kind of diseases is this, what interventions farmer need to do, and centrally, since I have the GPS location where the image will be clicked, central authority should know the latitude and longitude of the location where the image was captured and whether the crop was fit or not fit. And I will be having the health score of a region depending on the crop quality. So I can quantify that easily. Okay? This could be one of the agents that we can give to the farmers, and it can be very beneficial. So, sir, you have given a great idea. This is what I can say. Thank you very much. Any other idea? This is a good one. And it is not there. Sorry to say. Is it there? In some pieces, in someone's research, maybe. But is it actually helping the farmer at the moment? I don't think so. And this is an era where we need to work on these things. Okay? Give me a few more things. I am sure you will be able to give. He gave me one very good thing. One from here. One agentic AI application that you will should be there and it can be a game changer.
To integrate the processes different, we need some fillers so that we can in combined way we can know about what
So which means
output will be there.
Which means, let's say, if I take it and build upon it, farmer they are not aware about a lot of processes, schemes,
Yes.
how they can get benefited,
Mhm.
what kind of things they can do, or awareness.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And sorry to say, we have a lot of technology, we have a lot of schemes, but ultimately there is always a scope of improvement in terms of the way we reach out to the end user. And if we can optimize that workflow, let's say in their own native language we create an agent. They just make a call, talk in their own native language, rather than a human being on the other side. There is an AI agent listening to that voice and interacting with the farmer in their native language and giving them the answers for the queries that they have. Can we do it?
Yes. Problem resolves there.
Problem
only.
resolves there only through the AI agent, and we get the data at the back end. That this was a query raised by a farmer from this region, and agentic AI was able to answer it. The feedback was also received from the farmer, which clearly stated that the farmer was satisfied with the response. Could be a great idea. Okay? Where agentic AI can have a use case. One more before we take further. One more. From the backside.
Storage facilities, in storage facilities.
Okay, please explain how do you say storage facility and how do you feel agentic AI can be used?
Maybe we can use AI with sensors.
Okay.
So, like in storage facilities, the crops can go bad with in response to temperature or etc. Then we can use that sensor with an AI.
Very good idea. This is what I can say. So, which means temperature you mentioned about. I'm sure there are certain crops where cold storage is quite crucial. Maintaining temperature is quite crucial to update the shelf life. If we can get an AI agent which monitors, intervenes automatically and telling you this is what is happening in the cold storage facility or the storage facility, you have central analytics with you. It's a game changer. And currently we do not have. Sorry to say this. Do we have? No. We may have somewhere here and there. You want to say?
Yeah, there was a country that has developed this AI and it was given the full control of the lab. So the plant was revived by the AI itself using the temperature and control sensors.
So which means
it was given the control.
So it is AGI.
Yeah,
now.
AGI.
So now it is AGI. So where interventions were also taken by AI and revival of the plant was
This
there.
is just a improvement of the asterisk.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's how
The
it can
price of the producer, because AI we say it's precision, sir, it will be helpful for farmers if they see the price of produce and sell their produce goods at a, and they can check if price is high, like we'll do no sir, gold ETF that they'll do. We usually do no sir. If price of produce is like that, like fixed, and if farmers see like that, and if they sell their produce, it will be profit for farmers.
This is good. And this is again an application that we are currently working on. So there is one project which I am currently undergoing with my
Yes.
team in the university, and this is exactly the same thing that we are doing. We are sorting the crop yield basis the grades.
Yes, sir.
So if it is grade A, separate, grade B separate, grade C separate, grade D separate. So when you go and sell, you can have different pricing for grade A, different for grade B, different for grade C, and you obtain the benefits of grading, and you get the money out. What you said.
So they can also predict whether my price will be increased or decreased. Like same with this, sir. We invest now, sir. Like in like gold ETF will do in this rise.
Yeah.
There we can predict it. By next week it will be this high. Like that, as a farmers, they can predict and they can store their goods and they can sell.
Yeah, could be.
Time will come
Yes.
at this stage also what she is telling.
Could be, but I think this what you just mentioned about, though you have not
Yes,
said
sir.
it in detail, but I can sense.
That we can sense
Yes, sir,
for
because I'm from
this.
agriculture background.
Yeah.
Like we grow vegetables. Sometimes we grow corn. Now we have a corn. Means we have we have produce in our home. We sell based on the price of mandi. What they say, based on that we are saying. Whom we had to say. Some will say more, some will say less, but there is no precision.
Yes.
Because it depends on human.
Yes.
They won't say the proper.
There will be a bias.
Yeah, sir. They will say according to them. If AI is there, we can compare price from. I'm from Gadag district in Karnataka. I can see Bangalore, Chikmagalur, other districts price, and I can compare and I can sell.
And I take it one step ahead. What if there is a database which is humongous that government is able to create, train our own LLMs on that, and then we say you cannot, purchase it below that price which AI is saying. So that brings transparency. What you said. So even the buyer who is willing to purchase will not go below the one which AI is saying.
Yes, it will be.
So it brings transparency.
Yes, sir.
So we are doing good governance.
Yes, sir. And helping farmers is the main thing.
You have crazy idea with you right now, which can lead to a great startup.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So my purpose here, I'm again saying, is not at all to walk you through the slides. It's more of what we are doing right now. Okay? So far so good. Let's do it again. So we talk about decision intelligence. Engineering the perfect choice is what we say, rather than just a random choice. So we have to, have the middle one, which we say the digitized decision model, as efficient as possible, so that the insights that you are deriving from the field, your engines are actually working in an optimal way to get you the desired output. Okay? In AI, the major challenge is data. When you do anything on AI, if you have 500 images, 600 images, and you say I am getting an accuracy of 99%, it's not possible. You will not be, training your AI in a way that is realistic. You are either overfitting the models, giving some vague accuracy, but ultimately it's of no use. For doing anything on AI, you need to have humongous data with you, with all the possible iterations, so that all the variabilities that can happen in the real use case can be covered. And that is where the magic is. And that is where the problem is. So as a country, as the part of the ecosystem, this is what we need to contribute in: data. So we have library in colleges. We should have the agricultural data banks, so that at least we are able to create and build that bank over the period of time. Because the bank is going to actually be giving you the value once it has money in it, once it has data in it.
Definitely.
Got the point what I was saying?
Yes.
That's what it is. Blockchain, smart contracts, programmable money. Again, very, very important. Transparency in the ecosystem is again very, very crucial. Okay? Today, if you sell something saying we are producing organic, you know how it works. It works? Doesn't work?
Works.
In Delhi NCR, what I've seen is like you say it is organic, you price it at 2 times, 3 times value. Those who have the buying power, they will say, I want to eat organic. I have the money, I can do it. I will do it. So the time you attach organicity, the time you say, and bringing right from the farmers to the home, no middleman, suddenly the business becomes so popular. And give me some example. I mean, I'm sure that you're aware about the milk industry. You say Amul, you say Mother Dairy, and suddenly you have a lot of new brands coming in. We have an app-based brand, working in Delhi NCR region. It's called Country Delight. I'm sure that you must have heard about it. If not, this brand suddenly came in and changed the entire game. And the revenue right now is skyrocket high, and the quality is absolutely amazing at the moment. This is what I can say. You order it through mobile app, you get it on your doorstep. Quality is super duper good. They give you tester kits and all to maintain authenticity. You can cross-check. There is a transparency in the system, and it's something which is picked up pretty well in the metro cities. Okay? So recently, Hrithik Roshan has become kind of a brand ambassador. I have seen somewhere. Okay? So that's how it is. So once you are bringing people closer to farmers, you can ultimately achieve the value out of it. Okay? This has become a crazy thing in the country, and many people have started similar kind of initiatives, whether it is about ghee, byproducts from milk, minute-based products. They are all picking up. Okay? They are all picking up. So you do one thing, it picks up pretty well. So programmable economy or programmable money, the currency of machine economy, is again something which has become a trend. Okay, where the transactions are happening digitally, but through smart contracts, distributed ledgers, which are difficult to change, mutate, and ultimately what happens is like you get the secured network, secured chain of transactions, which cannot be, which cannot be altered. Okay, there is a problem. There's always not like benefits every time. There's always going to be a challenge associated with these technologies. The cons will always be there. Blockchain itself has its own cons. When we want to implement blockchain in agriculture, let's say you say, okay sir, it's there in the money sector, we have cryptocurrency, crypto was of this value in 2009, now you see the value, there's already sudden change which is happening. India is hosting the largest share in the Bitcoin market, So the point is, it's actually going in a different direction altogether. Can we use the same technology, blockchain, for agriculture? Is it possible? Can we optimize certain workflows using blockchain? Yes, we can do that. How? Will it be safe? Who's going to govern it? Where is the law? Where is the policy? So you have a lot of questions to ask. So it is not just about technology becoming fancy. It is not just about technology, being competent to change the landscape of that particular sector. It is also about how safe it is, how secure it is, and who is the ultimate governor for that particular technology, who will ensure that it is credible enough to be implemented for that particular sector. Who is going to take the responsibility is the question. Okay? So it's this way. You have machines doing the transaction. You have programmable money through which the transaction happens. You have decisions taking place through intelligent agents, and ultimately agent executes the purchase order for you. So it's a cycle, autonomous ecosystem, if you implement these kind of technologies. Okay, the governance is a challenge, the trust is a challenge, the oversight is definitely a challenge. Okay, there is a risk. What if someone hacks? Then you're gone. How much money is there in your bank account right now? It's just certain digital fields which are stored in some computer. That's it. If someone mutates that field in that computer, that memory location, then gone. So where is the money? If we say we get a message, ting, this is the amount that we have in our bank, it's something which is there stored in some memory space in some computer. That's it. Every time you do a transaction, that memory block value changes, credit, debit. But now if someone hacks into it, then it can be zero in no time. So if you implement blockchain, let's say, and it is implemented by a private player, which is a small player, no credibility, someone hacks in, then who's going to be responsible? So it's a big shift. Someone has to take a guard on that. we need to decide before we use it. There is a risk involved. Okay, now there is a strategic priorities for the CIOs, which needs to be taken care of. The technology landscape is quite impressive. We need to pick and choose and create competitive differentiation. Use the emerging technology to separate from the pack. Okay, unlock greater efficiencies and capture the new growth. So all the CIOs of the firms have priorities which they need to now make if they want their business to take 10x revenue in the next few years down the line, or 50x revenue in the next few years down the line. Okay? From silos to synapses, building a nervous system for global agriculture. So I told you, it's not just about one company, one organization, it's about the entire ecosystem growing together. So you need to build a nervous system. So for agriculture, you need to build the backbone nervous system of data, which is going to ultimately define how far we can go. Okay? Escaping the single point of failure. Okay, this is what it is all about. Our current state is centralized. We need to make distributed systems rather than centralized. Okay, that's why blockchain is popular. Who has invented blockchain? Any idea? No one has. Who is running it? No one has any clue. But it is secure transaction. Yes, so far so good. So similarly, we cannot always rely on centralized ICT service. Why I am saying so? We are in the classical computing era at the moment. Soon we'll be entering into quantum computing era, where the power of computation is going to be humongous. Recently, the Google CEO has said something that we were able to solve a very complex problem which the classical computing would have taken years to solve. But with the help of quantum, it was solved in no time. So the point that I want to emphasize here is that quantum is going to be a big disruptor in the near future. The time it happens, maybe the security algorithms that we feel are safe right now, they can be cracked. The time it happens, it can be cracked. You will not like to trust that particular technology, and you would like to have something which is more robust, which cannot be broken, And if it is going to give you that security, safety, why not? Give it a shot. Okay? So, visibility gap in modern supply chains is what is another hurdle. So from the farm to the end user, there are a lot of people in the middle. Okay? You talked about pricing, transparency. I talked about organic, bringing close to the user. You get the money, you get the value. So this is a gap that we need to fill with technology. How we can do that? Professor Shukla said autonomous systems, automation should be there end to end in all the processes. How we can ensure that it is even getting better. If we can do that, we can be the game changer. Okay? So operationalizing trust, from seed quality to recall is again what we say is the part of the entire value chain that we need to work on. Ethical stage, safety stage, financial stage, income stage. This is something that needs technology intervention. And from the sensor to the ledger ecosystem is what we are talking about. We need to see blockchain acting as a consolidation layer for a variety of data inputs. Agri-tech companies, they are introducing physical hardware required for feeding this digital nervous system. Okay? Let's talk about India a little bit more. Okay? The challenge. What are the challenges? If you see this, the blockchain intervention can improve reliability, security, and economic impact. Okay? If you just talk about the blockchain in particular. So, on the left hand side, you can see private organization operating their private blockchains. There is a risk. And then we want the solution, that is the transparent governance. Technology without transparent governance is just a more expensive database. We don't want that. Okay? We don't want that. So we need tight governance rather than just having the blockchain system. Okay? And smallholder dilemma and digital divide is always there. So on one side you will see Kisan, okay, wants to scale, lack of know-how, okay, aged infrastructure connectivity, how do we improve? There's a lot to think about. There's a lot to think about. Okay? And prerequisites for sustainable system. We always talk about sustainability, how we can make our business sustainable development goals. Decentralization, education, sustainable food systems. We need to work on all the pillars. Okay? All the pillars are crucial for ensuring that the ecosystem grows the way we want. The future of trust, the rewarding the source, okay, is what is important. When we bridge the gap between the digital literacy and high-tech infrastructure, we don't just get better data, we get a food system that provides financial security for the farmer and truth for the customer. Am I right? The connected farm ecosystem. The era of guessing is over. Yes? Is this the era of guessing? No. We need to move ahead. The era of guessing is over. Okay? Food demand is on the increasing side. Agriculture is at, pressure point at the moment. Population size increasing. It's something which is definitely putting agriculture on a high alert. We cannot remain in the guessing state. We have to now become more data driven. The era of guessing is over. A living, breathing digital ecosystem. 10 ways AI transforms farming, organized by zones. You can see most of them are the pointers that you have just given. Autonomous equipment, predictive maintenance, supply chain, traceability, livestock monitoring, forest management, smart irrigation, weed management, crop health, precise farming. Okay? Smart irrigation, soil analytics again is a crucial area. Proactive health monitoring, detect, analyze, act. We have discussed about it. Image processing, satellite images, computer vision, video analytics, autonomous workforce, drones, robots. Beyond the field livestock, you have sensors. You can see sensor on the neck of the cow over here, livestock of where she is, and health related parameters again are crucial. We need to now look at certain things like this. Okay, carbon footprint. You can see the forestry and the carbon footprint is what we need to see. If you see here, risk areas, green areas, you can see clearly from this image. We need to now identify all those things. And if you see from farm to stock, how efficient we can be is again a crucial thing. ROF intelligence is very crucial for us. Everything is going to give us efficiency, whether it is about automated irrigation, it is about disease detection, crop health monitoring, and autonomous equipment. AI-driven precision farming has increased the crop yield efficiency by up to 30%. So we have to mix and match and use technology so that we can obtain the better yields, higher efficiency, and throughput worldwide. Okay, democratizing agri-tech, the farm or not platform. Advanced satellites tech was once reserved for industrial giants. FarmOut makes it accessible via mobile app. So you can have mobile apps, local mobile apps which farmers can use. Just don't rely on some big brand coming and giving you the solutions. Create the solutions locally, depending on the local needs. Okay? Don't be, waiting for somebody who will come and do it for you. Figure it out. You have to do it. Give a solution. Okay? That's what the mantra is. Navigate the challenges of data privacy, digital literacy, standardization, connectivity challenges, and shaping a sustainable future. And the way I said, the guessing era is now over. The era of data is here. Cultivating the future, the global leaders in agriculture 4.0. Just a quick glimpses. Who is where? USA, leading it. Netherlands, IoT greenhouse automation, quite good. China, National Smart Agricultural push definitely is there. 6 technologies defining the modern day farm, we already have discussed. 70% adoption on large farm is already there in the United States. Netherlands, they rank 2. IoT, AI, ML, robotics, quite heavily used. China using it. Canada, Australia using it. Brazil using it for drones, precision seeding, satellite analytics. India, is definitely there on the chart. Probably digital platforms, mobile apps, AML usage is there. Okay. Policy focus, state level agri-AI policies, Maharashtra, and platforms like Kisan Suvidha provides timely advice to millions. So there are efforts. There are efforts by every country around different domains. The point is that digital democratization is something which is important. Moving from physical infrastructure to digital advisory is quite important. Israel, UAE, Africa region. So you can see global maturity metrics of all the countries which we have tried to summarize for you. Okay, so these are just data-driven insights which we have captured for you. Just to give you a deeper insights on which country is focusing on what kind of technology, what they have obtained, where are we, what are we doing, and what we need to do to actually improve our landscape of usage of technology effectively for improving the efficiency and the crop yield. Okay, so these are the things that I wanted to portray here with the global maturity metrics. And once we do that, it brings in the economic growth, it brings in the environmental resilience, and it brings in the social and food security. Okay, the future outlook, adoption to integration looks like this, where you have IoT, robotics, AI, fully autonomous systems, emerging market, universal connectivity, and full autonomy is what we are talking about. So if we are able to capitalize on these technologies and these markets, we will be having a safe future, and agri-tech industry, the food industry, the agriculture industry is definitely going to be immensely benefited. But decision has to be taken quickly by the people like you, that start intervention, start using technology, start using all these big things which are recognized in the modern day world, and try to inculcate them, try to use them in your use cases and get benefited from them. Okay, so this is what I wanted to discuss with you, and would like to just give some pictorial view of how the robots look like. I'm sure that you are also having similar robot over here. You have a precision system for dairy automation. You can see this. Okay. Krishi board, pest control board. So these are Indian innovations, okay, which are there from the academia, which has really done well. Okay, startups are also coming up. Bridgeboard, AutoNext, okay, spraying, pick and place, weeding applications, harvesting applications. Smart mechanization is again an area which is to be looked out for. Okay, strategic comparison India versus a global benchmark. So what we are doing, and then how the globe is looking at it. Okay, so this gives you a clear idea where we are and what are the things that we are doing right, and globally what are the best practices. Okay, stage of adoption, early experimental pilots, globally mature field deployment. Focus areas: spraying, weeding, harvesting, prototypes. Full autonomy, driverless tractors is already there. Okay, so I'll give you a story. Driverless tractors. So there's a student of ours, who is currently running a robotic startup in US, the most promising one. So he worked on autonomous robots for agriculture applications, and currently the robots that he has designed are used in countries from US to New Zealand. Okay, so something that he dreamt, he made it, and it happened. So now, right now, in agricultural sector, particularly focusing on robotics, it is one of the most promising organizations operating worldwide right now in terms of their presence of robots in the field. Okay, completely autonomous vehicle, helping farmers for the regular work that they do in the field. No manual intervention. And it was done when AI was just a buzzword. Okay, so right now I will show you the footprint also offline. You can see what he has done. So there are footprints that we have witnessed also closely in terms of using these smart technologies on the field and executing it not just for the use case of just selling it in one country, but becoming global in that. Okay. So these are the things which we need to focus on: cost, infrastructure, structure of the things, skill gaps. Lack of skilled labor is again an issue which we need to address. We just cannot just focus on technology unless until we have the skilled labor taking care of those technologies. So you just mentioned that we cannot do it, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. It doesn't go like this. We can't afford to lose in a single byte of data. Okay? Future outlook, connectivity, cost reduction, scale development, all these are important areas that we need to work on. Okay? The future of food, 10 ways to transform it. This is just a snapshot of what I have covered so far. So in the last 2 slides, I have just covered the entire things that we have discussed so far in this session. So you will just see the 10 ways to transform AI, global leaders. We'll talk about how it can impact in terms of overall improvement in the crop quality, disease detection, autonomous equipment, supply chain management and optimization, automated irrigation sector. So this is just like a snapshot view of what we have covered so far. Any questions for me on this? This is what I wanted to cover and give you a snapshot of when it comes to use of technologies for agriculture and food sector. Anything that I can contribute? Any questions before we get on to the hands-on exercises, because we have had few hands-on exercises. If you have something that you would like to discuss, some idea that you would like to give us, though you have already given some crazy ones that I'm going to take back as my notes from this particular session. But in case we still have few minutes left to discuss about it, then we will begin the hands-on session for 1 hour that we have. So if you have any question, I'm happy to discuss. Any questions? No? Thank you very much. We'll just break for, please.
Sir, actually, I want to ask how we can, we are all new for blockchain technology, we just studied not so much practical idea. So I want to ask how we can proceed for doing research on blockchain in field of food and processing engineering. Means what we have to do first, then second, like that.
For the research purposes, definitely you can explore, you can use for experimental and controlled environments. You can definitely design your own blockchain network and try to present a use case around it. What I was briefing you about was the large scale implementation when the stakes are high. Okay, when you're going to do a controlled research, you're going to have a particular use case in mind that you will be implementing using blockchain technology. Probably things are under control. Okay, you don't have a farmer using your technology. Even if things go wrong, you can still control, because it is under the test and research environment. It is not deployed. There are not masses who are using it, so the stakes are low. When the stakes become high, when it's a high stake game, that's where you need to ensure that security aspect is there. It is ensured. It is not just a compliance. It is something which needs to be a culture. Okay, if you can maintain that, yes, go ahead, do it. Okay, so before we bring it to the masses, that's where you need to be sure about. But it doesn't mean that for research purpose you cannot use it. You should use it. You should be vocal about it. You should be researching a lot about it, because if you really want to transform this technology from lab to real use case for agriculture sector, people have to research. Okay? So in the session that I will be taking on next, the hands-on one, there I will definitely present something around this, that how you can use AI to do certain good research quickly in the field of blockchain, and that too for agriculture sector. Okay? Any other questions, my friends?
But sir, one.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, but our biggest problem is not that we don't have the data, the scarcity of data. So, sir, how we are going to bridge this gap from scarcity to abundance of data? So, because, for example, even in supply chain, when we are if we want to increase the shelf life of our product and we are exporting it, and we need to monitor it continuously. But then every food commodity is different to another food commodity. So we need specific data for that food commodity. For example, if we are exporting a pear, for example, peach, so we need all of its data, how much we need it goes out of it, oxygen, temperature, all of those things. So how are we going to bridge that gap when we don't have that kind of research, not that kind of amount of money into research? So how are we going to bridge that gap?
Yes. So now you raise the point which is quite important, that if you want to move ahead from here, there are going to be enablers. Enablers have to live up to the expectation of the researchers. Definitely the funding in terms of research that we want to do is a key enabler. You talked about specific sensors to be used for specific commodities so that you get the exact idea. You need innovation and disruptions in the sensor technology. Okay? You need the cost to be reduced down so that you can deploy multiple sensors. You need better connectivity so that you can transmit the data on the cloud side and analyze it. You need compute power on the cloud side so that you can make the decisions around it. So it is not just one thing. In the enablement cycle, everything is going to come into the picture and needs to improve. So your input to me is quite relevant. That for the futuristic use cases, where we want specific data for specific commodities to make it even more effective, enablers have to be in place. Research funding is definitely a key research enabler. Okay? Without fuel, you cannot run. Without money and research funding, it's just becoming difficult for us. But now with the new budget, getting announced, you must have seen that things have improved. The budget in education research has definitely been taken care of in a pretty different way, the way it was taken earlier, and it has got a special focus. And at the moment, the country understands that if we want to become number one in the world, we need to address these gaps. These are the gaps which we need to address, and the direction is there, the progression is there, the policies are getting framed in that direction, but everything cannot go for a toss directly. It has to be done in a systematic manner, and I'm sure that we are on the right path, and in the near future we will see a lot more disruptions with technology, which you guys, people like you, the next generation who is there in the campuses right now, will be doing. Okay? And the way you said, we just need to think what is the key area that needs improvement. And these are the questions which we as researchers need to continuously ask ourselves, how we can become better. What is that thing that is stopping us and how we can address that issue. There's always a way if you have a plan. Okay? So if you have a plan, there's always a way. Funding will never stop you. Okay? We are a country where there is abundant funding available. If not from one resource, other resources. What we need is right plan, right attitude, right direction, and finishing it off. Because what we lack in is we are good in lab, we are good in research, we are good in paper publications. But when it comes to live deployment on the field,
that is missing.
That is what we need to say and promise ourselves. It is not that the youth is not capable of doing it. It is not that we are not able to do it and we are not capable of doing it. We are good enough to do it. The only thing is, we somehow become happy with the small win that we have over there. Let's not become happy with the small win. Ultimately, when you see the smile on the face of the ultimate user with the technology that you have given birth to.
Definitely.
And if that thing starts pleasing you, then that becomes the ultimate success criteria for you. And this is how it should be. That I want to work on this and I want to take it to the finish line. And why I said this story and I just narrated it to you for that Buro robot from one of our ex-student. So he wanted to come back from the US. He said, I want to come back. I said, no, just stay there, work it out, something will happen. Worked out, robot came in, and right now, is the internet working over here? No, it's not this. Okay, I'll show it to you. I'll just show it to you what he did. And it's a crazy story where
how we will give the preferences to the different AI agents which you told.
It's getting loaded at the moment. Can you see these machines?
Yes.
So these are the ones. So what happens over there, in our country this may not be an issue, but there it's an issue. What is the issue? Labor. So you don't have people over there. The farmland is big, 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers. And now when you take the fruits out of the tree, somebody has to take it 3 kilometers away to the central warehouse. Who's going to do it? And now you don't have the labor. So, and then the terrain is complex. Agricultural terrain is complex. Can we design an autonomous vehicle for navigating that terrain, taking the apples, fruits, vegetables, which are taken from the trees to the central location without any human intervention, self-driven vehicle, autonomous vehicle, AI product. That was a problem statement. That is it. This is what he solved. And now you can see these machines, on the field for different applications. See this. So now you will see fleets of robots in different fields. An Indian brain changed it forever. So we have the potential. This is what I want to say.
Definitely.
We have the potential. The only thing is people have to just believe in this thing that we want to take it to the finish line, what we started. Let's not stop and give a pat on our back with a small win. No. The big victory has to be there, where things have to be working on the field. And there has to be a substantial use case which we should all be celebrating and feel proud about. I mentioned you in my talk, put an asterisk. I want to come back to it. I'll just take 2 minutes on that. Why I asked you to say put an asterisk. I'll ask you one more question. Are you getting the data on the dashboard? Who designed it? Who designed it? Who designed it? Okay. I talked about IoT a lot. Yeah? Give me one IoT platform which India has given birth to. Give me. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So all the brains here. Stop. I just asked you one question. Give me one IoT platform which India has given birth to. Cloud platform where I can do smart analytics, visualization and everything. Yeah? No? No? Suppose I put a sensor over there. What's the data on the cloud? Which cloud I should use? From India. Indian service. We are the one. So we understood that this is the problem. Okay? That you get data from sensors, but how do you take it to the cloud? Where is the cloud? Who is providing you the free service on the cloud? Who is safeguarding your data? So we designed a platform. We designed a indigenous platform which we say Vande IoT. The name is Vande.
This one is our.
This is ours and this is mine.
Okay.
So we are the developers in this.
Very good. Very good.
Right? So the point is, when we were doing it, this is the first question that we asked ourselves. India का होना चाहिए. And it should be free and open.
Yes.
We don't want to charge anyone anything. I have not earned a single penny from it so far, and I'll not like to earn anything from it. What I want is, I want users to use it. Okay?
Yes. Yesterday that taxi app also India made, app released by Home Minister.
And now with this, you will have smart visualizations, you will have decision making, you will be able to design your own IoT apps. You will be able to write your own IoT apps without writing a single line of code. Even if you don't know coding, in just 10 minutes you can design your own IoT apps. That's the beauty about this platform. So it is not just about data visualization, it is about giving the power to you as non-techies, non-coders to design your own IoT apps.
User friendly.
User friendly drag and drop interface, no coding involved. We take care of it from the back end. Let's say वहाँ temperature बढ़ाना है, तो यहीं से temperature बढ़ाना है. तो एक स्लाइडर बनाते हैं, स्लाइडर का टेम्परेचर इधर से बढ़ाएंगे, उधर टेम्परेचर बढ़ेगा. तो अगर ये करना है तो बहुत सारे इंजीनियर लगेंगे, मुझे नहीं चाहिए. ये आप लोग कर सको. अगर टेक्नोलॉजी ऐसी बनी है तो IoT आगे जाएगा. अगर उसके लिए 4-5 बहुत ब्रिलियंट ब्रेन्स चाहिए, then the technology is not going to go forward. If technology has to be taken to the field, it has to be easy. It cannot be that complicated. If it becomes that complicated, then you will not be able to scale. Every time you will not get 5 engineers. Okay? The magic is going to happen when you have no coding background and still you will say, yeah, I can do it. It's nothing, I can do it. That's what we need to do. If you make it an expert's job, things will not grow. And this is what the idea was. So far we have taken almost 50,000 or 1 lakh data points. Approximately 1 lakh data points have been captured. We gave it for free. It works with any hardware, whether it is a free open source hardware like Arduino, Raspberry Pi, ESP32, STM32. You work with any hardware. We give you the API for free. Okay? So offline we can discuss more about it. I'll give you more snapshots about it in case you want. Okay? So just like that, the idea to showcase and tell you about this is try to take on the end-to-end projects which are big and try to take it to the finish line. Okay? I'm sure that you will be able to do it. Now we'll take a pause for maybe 5 minutes or so with your permission, and then we'll begin with the hands-on exercise, because now I have given you the food of thought around technology. I don't want you to walk out of the room unless until you know how to use it. So next will be how to use. Let's do some use cases. Okay? Thank you. We can begin the session. It's a hands-on session on using AI for research, innovation, and converting your idea into an MVP. Okay? Minimum viable product. Okay? So, before I begin and glance you through the tools that I have in store for you, I'll start in a step-by-step manner. I'll give you a walkthrough of how it needs to be done, what it does, how you can leverage it. Okay? And then, since you don't have a laptop right now, so I'm sure that you will not be able to do it together with me. But then we'll do the flipped way, which means I'll be sitting, you will be here, and I'll guide you how to do it. Okay? Few of you will come here, and you will do it. I'll just be the instructor telling you what to do, but you will do it. Is it okay? Can we do it in this way? Okay. Let's do it. Okay, when you start research about any topic, which AI do you use? Anything else?
Consensus AI.
Grok.
Consensus AI.
Consensus AI.
Perplexity.
DeepSeek.
Everything you know. Good.
Liners.
Okay. Anything else? That's it. Why I'm asking you again and again is because I want to cover a tool which I feel is quite useful, super duper easy to use, and I want you to get a hands-on learning on that tool. Okay? You have not yet mentioned that tool, so which means I am on the safe side. So you have not yet used it. You want to take more time to tell me a few more names?
The Kimi AI.
No.
Kimi AI? Kimi.
Okay, can we proceed ahead now?
Yes.
Okay, we'll wait for the distribution of the classes, and in the meantime, you have to tell me a few more names, few more tools.
There are a few more. One is that Anara or something.
Okay, I want a proposal in 4 minutes on any topic that Professor Shukla will say. And I'll create it in 4 minutes exactly whatever he says. And proposal in PDF format, properly formatted table of contents, all the references, at least 30, cited.
Yes, sir.
Cited
Yes,
references
sir.
is what I want to say. Without ChatGPT, without topics, tell me. And all the resources will be authentic.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what it is.
Is it
But I want
online
to-
platform?
Online platform, yes. Because all of them are online. Have you heard of Stanford Storm? So that is the first tool that you will learn today from me for research purpose. Okay? An AI tool, because everything starts with a strong foundation research. Okay? So you need authentic resources, you need research papers, you need proper evidences. Okay? That's how you start your journey. topic you will tell me, or anyone can tell,
Yes,
and
yes.
I'll create the proposal live. Okay? So I'll go to Google.
Stanford.
Okay? And I will write Stanford.
Stanford Storm.
Storm. Okay?
For storm. Yeah?
STORM. STORM. Stanford
Strong.
Storm. Click on this. You should have an account over here. You can log in through any Google account. That's it. Topic you need to write here. It can come from sir or it can come from any one of you.
चलो आप ही लोग पहले बताओ.
आप बता दो BST का कुछ कर रहे हो तो.
Atrocious combinability of turnip.
So I told you right at the start, somebody will come here and do it. I will start with you. Do it.
Come.
So I want to do it. It's critically examined through the literature, and insights from that is derived and reproduced here with proper citation. And at the end, when you go down, you can download it as a PDF.
Okay.
So click over here.
Very good.
Now
This option.
you get the PDF file. Go at the top. Right at the top. Download me now. Go at the top. So you will see title, table of contents. Go down. Summary. And now you get everything cited with the 30 references that it has captured from. So this becomes the starting point for your research, authentic research, where everything is referenced, cited, something picked not from just Google, picked from the authentic research papers, from the scientific community. And for starting point, this is crucial that your data points are getting from the research papers, the quality research papers. So you can see at the bottom, the way it has been referred.
Yes, literature.
And all are authentic.
Yeah.
Main thing is this.
All are authentic references.
Can you show authenticity? Because in ChatGPT it gives wrong references.
So here, that's the difference. So you can click on the reference and you can see. Click on any reference. Control click. So you can see. So now if you are okay with this, take it. If you are not okay with this, remove it.
Sir, the papers that it provides, it is from free access journals or it includes the paid ones also?
It's from Stanford. So Stanford has access to good databases. Like in plagiarism, you use Turnitin.
Yes.
Then you have Drillbit.
Yes.
Which one you use? Why?
Here we use Drillbit, but for paper we use Turnitin.
Why Turnitin? Because it has access to wider database at the backend for cross-checking. Okay? So with this, they have backing from Stanford, this tool, so they have again their database, which is quite huge. So the reports that you get from this platform will be a crucial point to start. Okay? So it's very simple. You just need to give a prompt, create an account, prompt, submit, job done. You got it?
No, sir.
No? Okay. So give it a shot once you have connectivity, and I'm sure that you will cherish the things that you get from here. May not be 100% of what you want, but for a starter, something that you would always like to take. Okay, let's take it because it's a knowledge which is getting clear. Okay, that's one part of it. So now you have done tool number 1, which you were not even aware about. That is called Stanford Storm. Can we move ahead to tool number 2?
Yes.
Productivity analysis. Okay. Which one do you use for literature?
Google
Scholar.
For literature.
So finding literature.
Literature survey and all.
So you are the research rabbit.
Rabbit you use?
Yes, sir.
Heavily?
Huh?
Heavily?
So not that heavily. First choice is Google Scholar, then second choice
Google
is
Scholar is first one.
Okay. So
Sciencebase.
Sciencebase is also there. So there are two things which we generally recommend for research in this area using AI. There is something called as connected papers. There is something called as connected papers, and there is something called as research rabbits. Research rabbit you mentioned, so I would not like to touch it because I'm sure you must have tried it. I don't know whether you use it. If you don't use it, then I can cover it.
Sir, I have used it.
Okay. So
The students are much aware.
Students are much aware of the updated version.
okay. So there is something called as connected papers. There is something called as connected papers. Now,
Yes.
ma'am, sir, this is quite crucial. When you start doing any scientific research, you want to understand how the papers are connected to each other. Which paper is getting referenced or referred more as compared to others? Which is the ultimate source in that, which we call it as base paper, or you can say the breakthrough research paper. Okay? You want to see that pictorially.
Yes.
Author 1 did research in this area in 1978. That got referred by 1,000 people.
Yes, sir.
And then those research which they did were referred by another set of people. You want to see the pattern, what is happening around. So we say, how do you generate graph for that? How the papers are connected to each other. So there are platforms which tell you exactly that. So we'll take one paper from Shukla sir.
Yes.
अब अपना DOI डालो यहाँ पे कोई पेपर का कुछ भी कोई भी एक पेपर का गूगल में नया खोल लो टैब और सर का एक पेपर डाउनलोड करके उसका टाइटल दो यहाँ हम आपके पेपर का स्टडी करेंगे वो कैसे रेफर हुआ सो आप कोई भी एक टाइटल बताओ अपने पेपर का tell us any paper title that you want to आपने कोई भी जो भी लिखा go back there go back paste it in. Here we go. So now you can see. So this is a graph which has been built around this. You have to tell us what this is. I will just zoom in. So what I can see is these are the people who have worked in this area. Okay. If you zoom in, now we're there on this side. Yeah. Zoom in into one bubble. This bubble only. Yeah. So if you see this, yeah, zoom in a bit more. Let's say, so this paper in 2020 written by Malavite was referred by Casio in 2023. This paper written by Manabuzo in 2020 was referred by many. So you can see the strings going from one dot to another dot.
Yes.
Okay, how many papers, how many people have cited it, who has cited whom, is something that you can make out quickly. And now if you want to read about the paper, just click on that, click on any paper. Okay, so you'll get
That
complete details about that paper here. How many citations, what was the graph all about, which they have referred. You can drill down even as granular as you want.
Means specific one which we want to focus, that part we can.
Because now you can see,
Yes.
if I see this graph, I can say this paper is quite good. Because this paper is referred by many people. Even you referred it,
Yes, sir.
right? And if I see this, 1995, this paper by Cabras is being referred by these individuals. Okay?
सर ये जो शो कर रहा है थोड़ा डार्क, तो इसमें एक्चुअल पेपर इसका है, उतने लोगों ने इसको साइट किया है.
Right.
Yes.
Main source.
Yes, yes,
Right.
dark.
So you can see the bubbles, you can see the pattern. अभी थोड़ा बड़ा कर दे. क्या हो गया? वही करना.
So dark color is recent years. Sir,
main paper
Can you pass my bag? Thank you very much.
as you can see, there is 1995 is light color, 2024 is dark color. Recent become dark.
The live session.
Take it. Does it make sense? So you will be able to understand the literature and connections between them. That's why they name connected papers. How the connections are there.
Yes.
How one paper is connected to the paper. You know, what is the relationship between them, which references they used, how many citations are there. Now if you can clearly see,
This paper has 104 citations.
Yes.
Good paper. Base paper. Yeah. So which papers you want to refer to?
Sir, we'll get to know who all are the 104 people cited that paper.
Yes, why not? You will be. Right? Open the graph. Now you can open the graph for this paper also.
Okay.
Which people this paper referred to?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा link one link to
Sir, even we
another.
can check how relevant that paper when more citations. Yes,
So you can grill down
Yeah.
why I have put the focus on this paper. So somebody can say, okay, why did you take this as a base paper? Out of all the knowledge available on this planet Earth, why this paper? There should be some base around it. Why this paper here? This is why I am taking this paper, because now it shows you clearly. This has been the most impactful paper of the history in this area. Now it is scientifically proven here. There is a base around it. That's what you need to do. So this is where the research starts. When you start doing it, this is how you do it. So research rabbit, connected papers, they are the tools which you should use for understanding what's the pattern in the research. Okay? And you get more than what you should have at the moment when it comes to the meaningful information that you get. And all the coordinates you can see coming out of that. Something different. Okay? Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Would you like to give it a shot once more on your PCs if you want to try?
We did it. Paper.
Okay?
Yes, sir. we did.
Can I come in cross check?
Yeah.
Efficiently, we have used Stanford's term for creating the basic report and synopsis, which is referred. Last but not the least, we have just seen how we can derive the relationship between the different research articles which are there in that particular area. How do you ensure that the base paper that you are forming is actually a base paper in that field and is respected using Connected Papers platform? Now proceeding ahead, there's one thing which is quite crucial in every research, and that is data, and how do you handle that data. Result interpretation is heavily dependent on the statistical skills that you have, because at the end of the day, everyone in the research is capturing in a data in one way or the other. Which graph is relevant for that data to tell you the right story? Is it always a bar chart or line chart? Or there is something else? So how do you do it? Which all tools you use for graphical analysis?
In food processing, we use design expert, and few
making
use
graphs.
MATLAB, but we don't expertise in MATLAB, but we generally use design expert, responsible methodology.
And somebody is not having a MATLAB expertise, then they cannot do that. Right?
MATLAB one version
Like we
that
don't have expertise.
Why are you not using AI for that? That's my question.
yeah, that part you initiate, how we can utilize that.
Yes. So now my next input to you is, if you don't have the basic understanding of the tools like MATLAB or Tableau or Power BI for visualization, still you can live with it. It's not like the end of the road. You focus on collecting the data, okay? Because your data is coming from the field, soil, moisture, soil, pH value, some sensor deployed on the field, ammonia. You're getting those data, okay? Now, if you get it in the right form, AI can do that heavy lifting for you, which means that interpretation of that data can be done by AI. So this is a platform which is very popular in this domain. I use it extensively. It's called Julius AI. What do we call it as? Julius AI. So the next demo that I'm going to give is for the data visualization, and I'm not going to write a single line of code. I'll use AI to do it for me. Okay? So let's see how this platform looks like. Julius AI.
So like in research paper, many reviewer ask for authenticity means license one. So when we do statistics from this, then if any reviewer ask for.
So what I am saying is, I'm not given this as my input to you that use it for your research paper. What I have told you is, if you want to derive quick insights from the data, then rather than wasting time on writing the codes on MATLAB or any other platform,
that part
let it
you
be
can
done to AI. Through AI, let's see whether it is actually giving you some directions or not. If you are getting the right direction, then deep dive and use your conventional tools, the ones which you use, okay, which are respected in the academic community. So, will you do it with me, or shall I do it, just explain and move on? Let's do it together. Yeah?
Just you tell so that it can be.
Okay. So, I got a OTP on my mobile for verification purpose. This is what he is saying. I just need to accept it so that he can log in.
For try for this one, try Julie is free.
Shall I go back and?
No.
You just enter your code and go forward.
Login.
Log in. Okay. Or sign up, whatever. This is ChatGPT for data visualization. So you can see it from the interface also. It looks like a ChatGPT, but this is a ChatGPT for the creation of the interactive dashboards of the data. Okay?
Yes.
This is how it is. So, do you have a data set that you want me to use in this, or you want to use your own data? Because that's your property, I don't want to use it publicly.
We have done.
You show by some specimen.
I'll just use some specimen, that's how I will do
Sorry,
it.
they are sharing. You are sharing Mohan?
But don't share it with me, but on your PC you should use your own data if you have. Because I'm sure you in your PC you will be having some Excel file. Use it.
You can put the graph.
So you can use discountmart.csv. Discountmart.csv.
This is DTG. Here they have plus.
आफ्टरनून में यही होगा ना 2 बजे से यही होगा सर हाँ कि वहाँ पे नहीं यहाँ होगा आज नहीं कल वहाँ लैब
ये रिपोर्ट अटैच फाइल ये रिपोर्ट अपलोड फाइल हाँ ट्राई विल ट्राई
ये नमूना दिखा रहा है
दैट इज इन पीडीएफ.
So you can pick any data set from Kaggle or whatever resource you use. So I am just going to download one CSV file from GitHub. Okay. So this is for sales. Let's open it and see what this is all about, because even I'm not sure what this is going to be. Okay, so I can see it now. ऊपर जा थोड़ा सा इसको scroll कर दे. I can see this.
नीचे चलिए यहाँ बैठना है बाहर चेयर पे बैठना है आपने अभी लंच की 2 लेक्चर.
Okay. You have this data set. Okay. चलो नीचे scroll करो फटाफट से. How many rows are there? 9,995. Good data set. Not a small one. समझ में आ रहा है कुछ? क्या है बता रही स्टोरी? चलो 2 मिनट लगाते हैं और आपको उससे पूछते हैं ये डेटा क्या बता रहा है बताओ.
Some sales part. Sales agency, country region.
Customer data.
जा रहा है
क्या क्या कर रहा है, किस कंट्री को कर रहा है, किस जगह से कर रहा है.
So you are bang on it. You are super duper intelligent people. So you got it right. It's a data for a shop or a mart, and it's showing you the order ID, when it was ordered, when it was shipped, which area it was dispatched to, what were the quantity, categories. So it is telling you something about it. Now from this I have to derive some conclusions. Okay? I can do anything. I can do anything. Like I can ask a research question. Which area I am selling more?
Okay.
Is it Srinagar? Is it Delhi? Tell me from this data. Then somebody has to deep dive and do it.
Manager wants to know all this.
They want to know in live, real time. Tracker just should be in the dashboard live. I can see it on the screen. I don't have the time. Who has the time? Okay? So this is what you need to do when you work with the big data. Okay? You design dashboards. So there are various tools for doing that. Typically we recommend using Tableau or a Microsoft's Power BI for doing these visualizations and live dashboards. If you are a starter, use AI to get deeper insights. But I am not saying what you wanted me to say. So I am not saying that use it for research publication. Use it for insights. Initial confidence building. That yes, it is going well. Let's do it here. So what I will do is, I'll attach a file just like the way I do it in ChatGPT. I do it now.
Yes, sir.
You use ChatGPT like a pro right now. So we'll just give this file to this AI. It will get uploaded. Now I'll tell him, this is my data. Derive some insights and tell me what I can conclude.
There are some meaningful insights.
Some meaningful insights. Let's see what it gives. Because I don't know what this data can give me. But AI can now apply. So that's why it is called as the ChatGPT for data analytics. If you give this file to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to visualize it, ChatGPT will say, I can't do it at this moment.
Yes.
Right. So ChatGPT will say, I can't do it at this moment. Because ChatGPT's backend is not designed for visualization. This one is designed for visualization. That's the difference. Got the point what I want to say?
Yes.
In future, maybe ChatGPT gives you this option. That okay, this is the ChatGPT for visualization. So this is the data set. Find out some meaningful insights for sales. Make sense? Prompt is okay. If it doesn't give us the results, then we'll see what we can do. Upload. Goes into the thinking mode. Writes the code now for you. See this? Explains the code to you. Now it is going beyond. Write all the Python for you. This is crazy what we are seeing on the screen right now. Scary. Is this scary, sir?
Yes, yes. We are getting in tip of time.
Now which means what is happening is like the agent is understanding the data and deriving insights from it. Which a human will take time. See now. You got it? Now it is telling you beyond the lines. So you got histo, you got all the things, bang, on, boom. Crazy. Now I will say bye bye MATLAB. I don't want to use you. Why? Crazy. As a scientist, why I should bother writing something which I can do in 2 seconds for me? I will be more focused on getting the data right from the field. My nitrogen sensor, ammonia sensor, pH sensor in my field, agricultural field should give me the right data. I will focus on that. That becomes a problem. This is quick. Now a human being from any XYZ university, if it can beat this, fine. Then he is a genius or she is a genius. But you get insights. That's the big thing. We are living in 2026. Let's start living like 2026 is what I am trying to say. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Is it crazy?
Yes.
Now you can see what's happening in West, what's happening in South, which category is selling more. आपको पता भी नहीं लगा कि उसमें कैटेगरी का कॉलम भी था। उसमें 3 कैटेगरीज थे, टेक्नोलॉजी, फर्नीचर एंड ऑफिस सप्लाई। 9000 रोज के अंदर सिर्फ 3 कैटेगरी थी। There was not the 4th category. AI was able to tell. You could have scrolled the entire day, you would not be able to tell me that, sir, this is only 3 categories. Now it has figured it out. How many items were sold from technology? How many items were sold Upaja? नीचे है बेटा 3 वही वाला टेक्नोलॉजी ऑफिस सप्लाई वाला दिखा देना भाई। ज्यादा तेज में चल, रुक जा। किस ग्राफ पे है वापस? इधर है। टेक्नोलॉजी, फर्नीचर, ऑफिस सप्लाई. It is now able to give me the distribution. Make sense? We picked a random file, big file. We gave our ChatGPT Pro a simple prompt. That's it. So now you know a tool which you were not knowing before this class, and that is called Julius. Your data scientist working with you. Got it?
Relevant part will be figured out. What we need.
Now,
time saving.
AI has given you directions with explanation and with code.
We have to know how we can be able to.
Now, the codes that you are getting from this is a Python code, which is respected by the scientific community. Which is respected by the. Now, if you publish this paper, nobody is going to question you. Why? Because it's a Python code driven environment. AI is not just preparing a figure. AI is preparing a code which is generating this graph and using the libraries which are well respected in the field. If I go to the code part, you see what it has used. It has used matplotlib. It has used, Seaborn, NumPy. You see this? NumPy, pandas, matplotlib, Seaborn. Use it? Yeah? Respected libraries for data visualization. And you get the code. The best part is this. You're not blindfolded. That this is just a result coming out of it. No. There's a transparency. And that's how your research output becomes more.
What's the reason behind the results?
Okay?
You can run it anytime and the output will be same.
Same. It's not like a random thing. Got my point?
Yes,
Every time it cannot give you a different result. One single line of attack for the data visualization and analysis. Got the point? So if I spend more time, I'll keep on, banging your head with the tools. So I don't know how much time I have. If you want me to carry on, I can do that. But there are 100 such kind of tools which we have. You have just learned 3. 97 is still better. So the time you learn more, and you have the complete control of such kind of tools for different applications. You have things in your control for your work that you are doing. Yeah, interesting?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so मेरे पास टाइम कितना मुझे पहले बताओ कि मैं आगे बताऊंगा.
सर एक्चुअली अब नमाज का टाइम हो रहा है ना, आज फ्राइडे है ना.
रोक देते हैं. Let's have a hard stop. You want to go? No?
Okay, sir. Please take seat here.
Sir, sir, we do analysis research in technology. I have data for FTIR. We used to plot graph in the origin lab. Then we used to check the interpretation in AI. Now, if I put the data and give and any graph it will give.
But don't tell anyone.
So, firstly, I want to give a thanks to Dr. Umesh Datta, CEO, Manav Rachna Innovation and Incubation Foundation, Manav Rachna International Institute of Research and Studies, Faridabad. And I want to give a thanks to also Mr. Naveed Kadir, who is the software developer in the same institute. So, on the behalf of College of Agricultural Engineering and Technology, and from the side of the training coordinator, I want to give a thanks for deliver the best lecture in scientifically way. So due to the short of the time, I want to invite to Dr. Shukla. Please give a memento to the Dr. Umesh Datta, CEO, Manav Rachna Innovation Foundation Program. Please come, sir.
सर थोड़ा पीछे सर
You may have a pic. You can use your phone also. That's fine. Thank you very much.
Now I request you to Navi sir, please come for memento and badge. See.
एक मिनट सर एक मिनट
Dr. Richa, please come here.
Session from the MSME training. Thank you, sir.